Hello everybody, welcome back to the demo for Islantiles. I had a wonderful time in my first game, and so we're back with some more. Okay, so the other stuff is not in demo, that's play to unlock, and then not in demo. So it's just the one civilization we have, the Crown Lands, which gets the +2 multiplier. Sorry, we need the Wanderer difficulty. If you missed the first episode, we are just going to be laying down buildings on the randomly generated island of resources to try and generate enough score to pass the day. So, I like to have the mountains in the back. It's just my chosen aesthetic. We have 5 hammers down here next to our goal score of 2000. Every card has a build requirement, and we need to get to that score. So, the hunter gets resources from meat and swamps. We've got a lot of that over here. And then the butcher gets extra resources from meats, swamps, and hunters. So I think we can start with those. Let's see, where are we going to put this guy down to be best? I'm wondering if I want... So I could go to the 70 there. I'm wondering if I'd rather find 2 solid spots next to each other, because this is going to harvest the stuff that's around it. So then if I play the butcher immediately, there's not going to be any stuff to harvest on that tile because it's going to be gone from the hunter. So I probably want there to be more stuff on the other side of the hunter that the butcher can then take, which is going to be kind of a too wide distribution, because I need the butcher to be in range, although the butcher has a 2-ring range. So let's do that guy there. They hoover up these resources. A swamp is still a swamp apparently, but this meat has gone. And then if we put this guy here, it gets all the stuff to that northeast side, but also gets the hunter in its range, so we get extra value from that. Okay, over on this side we have a temple. We should definitely make use of that to upgrade something. We could upgrade the fisher over here. They're going to get a decent amount of river tiles. Although, a river tile is not a fish tile. Okay, interesting. So the collector's hut does better for the rivers. So we'll do that. And choose one of 3 blessings. So extra value from seashells, grain, or iron. Well, since we want rivers already and rivers are wet, we'll take the seashells, I guess. So that's now there. We have 1 hammer left to spend. We could do fish or gold mine. How does that go? 75 there, 65. We can't build directly on the water. And the gold is very spread out. So I think we'll go fish right there. So we collect all that together. We get to 410 times 3 at the end of winter here. Oh, sorry, at the end of spring. And then we move into summer. But we got 2 extra multiplier here for our productivity because of our crown. So some of the resources regenerate. This tile's still empty, but there's now wood around these. Where do we want to go? Corn and the mill work together nicely. Same with the woodcutter and the sawmill. I think woodcutter sawmill over here is probably going to do well. So let's stick that there. And then the sawmill. We want to make sure that guy is in the orbit. So we'll hoover all of that up. And an iron mine could be alright here. Ideally then we'll redraw into the smelter in a moment. There's not very much for oranges, so the winery's not going to do great. The shell collector would have been great here, but we've already committed to the fishery there, which is a bit of a shame, but can't do it all. Cornfields. It's not incredible, is it? But, well, we've got 240. 240 times 3 is going to be enough. So, we can just end there. That is the end of summer. We reach our 2,000 point goal. And we get our end of round rewards. So, 6 coins for the island, 2 gold for season spare remaining, and no extra interest because we started with no money. Welcome to the shop. We have 8 golds to spend. Bards. On play, +1 per other building type in range. On play, discard a random card and draw a card. End of season, +1 per card drawn in current season beyond the first 10. So we start with 8. On play, discard a random card and draw a card. End of season, +1 per card drawn in current season beyond the first 10. I think that's great. Because if we play 5 small cards, we get 5 malt. But then we also have like this incredible looking sawmill, which is also huge value on gold. Or a trading post 3, which is just humongous value on so many buildings and resources. But again, we can't buy it all. If we play Bards, +1 per other building type in range. If we clump together 5 buildings, do we get +1, then +2, then +3, then +4? I like that idea enough to try. And then I'll take the trading post. Let's go to our next island. Right, because we got some X-Malt there very early, I think we can go to something bigger. I think this is a school and a temple. I'll try the risky. 3,800 needed. I'm not sure if the score scale requirement is the same for all the building types, but it's going to be tougher to get everything that we need here. So, 5 hammers and +1 per other building type in range on play. So, let's start with an experiment here. Here's an iron mine going there. And then this gold mine needs to be in range of that when played. So that gets +1 malt. Ah, we've crowded into mountains, which was unwise. The trading post has range 3, which is humongous. So we'll spend all of our hammers, but we'll get an extra 2 malt, I think. Yeah, 2 productivity. So that ends up on 365 times 6. It's not bad. Hold on. The buildings stay in play. So if I now play something that has range for all of that stuff, is this going to get +3 malt just, or +3 productivity straight away? It is. That's going to be very interesting if we can kind of min-max a bunch of buildings that work well together. Obviously, the bigger the range, the better. Because then that'll have 3 buildings in its range. But if I do that first, and then this, how much more are we going to get from that guy? Plus 4 extra. So now we're at 210 times 12. Oh, I didn't use the temple and stuff. Like, I was so focused on working on my multiplier plans, but we know the plan is good. Okay, hold on. We take another Bards. And adds a school, adds a temple. I think I'm just going to go. No treasures, loads of money. 1 treasure, little money. I will take the temple. There's a lot of swamp. There's a lot of iron as well. So we want a bunch of the 1 hammer stuff in a group so that then the 2 hammer stuff that has higher range can encapsulate all of that 1 hammer stuff. Is my plan. Unfortunately, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 1 hammers, which would leave 1 hammer spare and unused. So we might as well pivot slightly. Not much in the way of fish. We go for this spot here. Right, those 2 are not going to reach each other. But they do. Oh, that was terrible. Why did I think I was going to get so much more score there than I did? Alright, 1650. Where is our temple? It's over there. Right, trading post is going to be a big turn here in a moment. Before that, let's do an iron mine on this trading post, just to make sure we get the upgrades. I'll take on play +1 card. Then we've got 4 hammers left. So down here. We want as much stuff as we can in range of this stuff. Let's put that there. 3 hammers left. Trading post is a 3 hammer building. And that encapsulates all of the things that we've already played. With double Bard. So +5 and +5 again. But 415 times 13 is a humongous score. Alright, no 3rd Bard, which is totally fine. On play, 1 temple on the next island if the card has at least 2 upgrades. Up to 10 per island. What? So, once we start templing, we're going to make so many feasible upgrades. The only problem is the temples are going to be spread out, which doesn't really work for our bards. 15 per empty tile in range. Resources in range grow. I think this works because if we're playing stuff in unidealized locations, then we can get stuff for our empty tiles. So I'll grab that. We could go Butcher 2, or Butcher 3 even. But I think I want to save up for cards with very large ranges, like our market or whatever it's called. I don't think I need the money all that much. So let's take the middle island. I think the rewards for taking the risky islands just don't seem high enough. All right, there's our trading post. Let's go with... corn there. Hunter there. And we probably just want to play the trading post, right? Will we redraw? We must redraw into another trading post eventually. We must. All right, 2,000, not huge, but we now have a base of buildings to work around. Let's grab a shell collector here. And a jeweler there. An extra 6 multiplier and stuff around growing. And really we're just trying to maximize our building overlap with this multiplier. Again, I completely forgot about looking for temple. That's on me. Problem is I'm feeling too strong. Oh, we didn't win. We got 510 points. Okay, well, temple time then. Let's upgrade the woodcutter. Give me on play +1 because I want to draw into my giant market guy, whatever it's called, the trading post, over and over again if possible. So the trading post is there to be redrawn again. We've got 4 hammers left. Basically, I just want things with 2 range to get every one of these buildings around for 12 multiplier. And if there's no other temples, there's no other gains to be made, so we can end because we know that we're making 510 points out of what we have left. Simple stuff. On play, +5 per money. On start of island, places pier. Pier. On end of spring, a trade ship arrives and unloads its cargo at the pier. Collect the cargo by placing a building next to it to get +4 money. I'm going to go with Alchemy. And then just kind of hoard our money for a good long while, I think. In which point, I think gaining more money benefits us most. And then we have a fairly set algorithm for what we're doing now. Where's our thing? Is there even one on this board? No temple? Alright, as long as we know that there's no temple, I'm not missing one, that's fine. It's a shame to draw the trading post in the first turn, but what are you going to do? Stick that down on the coast. It doesn't score basically anything, but I'm going to stick that down next to it. Three remaining. Throw that down there. And eventually, between the empty tiles from the fertilizer and the points scored from the alchemy, that's going to be where we get our money from, or our chests from. What do we call it? Our goods. And then the goods will multiply by the bard for the production. And we're just going to have a grand old time, I think. That goes nicely there. Woodland can join that lot and draw a card. It's not the card I wanted, and that's fine. Right, 2 hammers left. The mint has decent range. That's not great though, is it? That encapsulates most of our buildings, I believe. +6 twice on Bards is solid. Scores plenty enough. So we collect 9 money, and then if we can, I don't want to play anything. More hammers means we can play more buildings next to each other, but the reduced hand size, I think, is very bad. Bakeries have range of 3, but cost 3 hammers. I think with range of 3, they're worth adding. Do I? Yeah, I do. Alright, we are cruising. 6 money or 5 and 2. Give me the 6 money. Yeah, that's a good opening draw. Start with a wood shop. What do we have for 1? Fisher? Any fish around here? Nothing, it's just swamps. Right, well, they're the only 1-point buildings we have, so I'm going to set those together. We do still get some value out of our fertilizer. Oh, I played too strong. We can't get the trading post down. It's fine. We'll get the bakeries to encapsulate these 4 buildings in a moment, and I think we'll be all right with that. And even then, it's not a bad turn. It's half of what we need already. And then we're basically guaranteed to draw those bakeries. Bakeries have 3 hammers, so we can't play 2 of them, unfortunately. If we could, that would be incredible. So we'll get that down. Is there a special building or a special location somewhere on this island? No, I think we're just getting high monetary gains, aren't we? Stick an iron mine there, and then the bakery is going to encapsulate all of that stuff. So, Bard for 6 and 6 more. 55 for Alchemy. 2 for our crown. It's actually not as much as I thought it was going to be, I must concede. The bakery is on 2 hammers. Alright, well then we could do gold mine. Smelter. And a bakery there. That should be very large, shouldn't it? Six and 6 and 30. $500 times 31. I think that qualifies as solid. We get more money. What's this building here? Fish market range 3. It's pretty good. Another alchemy. On play plus 100. I think I'd honestly rather have that than maybe the crown or the fertilizer. And then this has range 3, which is very good. This also has range 3. But I don't think I need more big hammer cards. I think I'm alright. I think I'd rather keep more money. Get more out of my alchemies now. So it's just basically alchemy times bards is what we're doing. And I'm fine with that. It's a legitimate strategy. Because it's a single player game. There are no illegitimate strategies. Alright, we need to do a 1-1-3. There's a 1. There's a 1. And there's a 3. If I had 5 1s in the very early hand, I would prioritize that over playing the market and then just have a bigger turn later, but that's fine. 7,200 on a 20,000 point goal. And this is the neighborhood we're building in. Woodcutter is solid. Fishery is fine. And then 3 hammers left goes bakery. Let all those animations catch up with themselves. $715 times 19. It's got to be 14,000, hasn't it? Just about. 11 extra gold is going to be huge news for our alchemy. To the point that I don't think I want to take anything else. I think we have a solid strategy here. Now, this is island 7 of 8. We're going into island 8 of 8. Which, I mean, I think it means the rewards don't really matter. So, we'll just take the simplest one here. Alright, this is unideal because we've obviously got our bakeries and stuff here. I've just realised this is a 3-range card like this. But this is a 2-hammer card. This is a 3-hammer card. So, the 2-hammer card is lovely for us. I think with alchemy, it just doesn't matter where we play. We just want to make sure that we have enough room to put down enough buildings. Yeah, this goods is just absurd thanks to double alchemy and having a high bank balance. We can just play anything in range of this lot now, and we will be fine. Except we need stuff with better range, which a lot of this is struggling with. I'm going to play the woodcutter, because we get 1+ draw after that, as well as this iron mine, to see if we can draw into one of our bigger cards. We can't, that's fine. I think this will be okay with just the number of buildings that we've put in a range of 2 of that. We still have a hammer left. Well, that was just poor planning. But that is going to crush the requirement score. Well done, you've conquered this difficulty level. Your skills will truly be put to the test on the next island, where you can compete for the top spot on the leaderboard. Oh. I had no idea. I think I'm just not going to take anything. On play, discard a random card and draw a card. End of season +1 per card drawn in current season beyond the first 10. Does it count the first 8 cards I hold? Let's find out. Because we've got a couple of cards that we get additional draw with. And this guy's got mountains right in the middle of it, which I don't love, I think, or maybe a water void, so come over here. I had no idea there would be a leaderboard thing to do at the end of this. Alright, this is a bad opening draw. I'm gonna start here. The hunter's great. The school there. Wonder if that counts as a building for the purposes of this. Unsure. 3 hammers left. I think we just play the trading post. I'm going to play it slightly further out so I can play other things in between these two. So there's no goal here. It's just get as much as you can. So that does mean we're going to play all 4 seasons. So we haven't seen how big the score gets by the end of the 4th season, because we simply haven't had the opportunity to do so. So we need to make sure that on the late turns, we still have somewhere to play our very wide-ranging stuff. But these are some good draws. I'm going to keep drawing more. And then 3 hammers remain. I could play the trading post. It probably gets more points. But if we play a building and then a bakery, we get 2 extra malt. So what does this look like? It's only 60. It's really not much, is it? So let's play. Let's stick a gold mine there. Oh, no, I can't play the trading post, you doofus. It's fine. Put a bakery in there. might not have left enough room here in the center for our future big turns, but we shall see. I need like a hold right click to speed up scoring animation or something. Okay, so I think these tiles are my main big scorers. So I want to play other stuff outside of that perimeter. Nothing big here. I can't do any draw off of this. Do you all have range 2? You do. Fine. Don't really care then. So these two tiles have to be our big stuff in the late end game. Let's do a hunter there, because that's within 2 tiles of this. And probably could have done a corn or something there instead, but it's fine. I just want to play stuff with 3 range here. Preferably the market if we can draw it. It might be in the last 6 cards. I could have checked ahead, but I didn't. Here we go. So, a 2-hammer bakery here. And then a 3-hammer trading post there. And that's game. Right. A final score of 124,500. No idea what that looks like on a leaderboard. Global rank 68, top 30%. Well done, Wanderer. A new chapter awaits you. Continue as a sailor and lead your civilization to greater prosperity. Discover luxury as a brand new way to expand your wealth and your collected resources. All right. World rank 68. It's so close to being the funny internet number, but I'll take it for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.